Hello YouTube. This is another unboxing of the ASRock or ASRock Fatality Z68 motherboard. It's the professional Gen 3 motherboard. As you can see, it's I believe there haven't been that many unboxings, so I figured I'd just throw in an extra one here. As you can see, very pretty box. It's got this guy's face. I don't know who he is exactly. I guess he's Mr. Fatality. But ASRock seems to think that he's famous enough for us to pay extra to have his face in the box. Basically, here's the back. Give you a little close-up here. Can use dual channel DDR3 up to 2133 overclock. Premium gold caps from Japan. Combo cooler option, which is basically you can use old CPU coolers with this board if you have them. Supports Intel K-Series unlock CPU. Advanced V12 plus 6 power phase design. Multi VGA output options. Clear CMOS switch with LED in the back of the board, which is very convenient. Dual PCIe G-LAN with teaming function. You have 2 LAN ports in the back, you can see, and supposedly it makes it quicker and stuff, but from what I read, it's kind of like just a gimmick. You have the Fatality mouse port, which lets you tweak the DPI settings of your mouse, stuff like that, which if you have a good mouse will probably come with those settings already built into the mouse. But hey, one IEEE 1394 FireWire port, one eSATA 3 port, 4 USB 3.0 ports, PCI Express 3.0 times 6 slots, which is basically what the Gen 3 is all about. Basically, when they come out PCI Express 3.0 cards next year, you'll be able to plug them in, and not to mention also be compatible with the Ivy Bridge processors, which also are coming out next year. So you know, it's a bit of future proofing. You know, it's good to know, good to have. 6 SATA 3 connectors, 1 front USB 3.0 header, debug LED, power switch and reset switch on the board, which is great. When you got it on the bench and stuff, you know, don't have to be hitting the front of the case. Here, extra fast USB, Intel Smart Response Technology, yada yada yada. I'll let you just see it here. It's basically, let's see, basically it has the virtual, which lets you use the integrated graphics and your dedicated graphics card at the same time. Supposedly it's got faster USB performance than normal USB performance, whatever. The Smart Response Technology will let you use one of an SSD drive as kind of like a cache drive for your hard drive. Supposedly makes it faster, but for this you really can just get an SSD drive and just use it as your main drive. Built-in HD graphics, so if you were getting this to start and you don't have a graphics card yet, you could run, this has built-in graphics, so you could use it without a card to begin with. On-off play technology is basically you can charge your phone even when the computer's off through USB ports. It's got a graphical UEFI BIOS, which means you can actually use your mouse to point and click in the BIOS instead of having to use a keyboard, which is nice. Also has a F-Stream little program there, which is a Windows front end overclocking utility. And again, the dual LAN teaming I was telling you about. Alright, enough talk. Action. Let's open this baby up. Oh, and this is the top of the box and serial numbers and all that, which, oh my. Okay. Now I am going to, which I guess I should show this before I open it real quick. You can open it up and look. Get a little peek of the motherboard. Wow, window. Okay, and more stuff here. On the inside, little flap here. premium gold caps. Pretty much everything that was in the back of the box, you know, they just put it there too. Okay, so enough. Let's get this baby open. Caution. Hopefully we have taken all the anti-sag procedures we need to take. Okay. Throw this over here. Again, plenty of professional packaging here. So here we go. Got 2 boxes and another box. Top one is for the motherboard. Ooh, ooh. Okay. The second one here is for the included accessories, which this is going to be a tease we're going to do first. Boo, boo. All right. Let's see what's in the box. Alrighty. Okay, now this is very nice. This is a USB 3.0 little thing you put in your 5 1/4 bay. So you have your little USB 3.0 ports in the front of your case. Very nice. Very nice extra. Not a lot of cases bring that. Here, instructions for the virtual, how to use it. Instructions for USB technology in various languages. The software setup guide. And of course the quick installation guide, which that's quick. Boy. Okay, I guess it's multiple languages. You know, it's really not that thick. And of course your little drivers and stuff, which, as everyone says, you usually want to download the updated drivers from the site. But in a pinch, I guess you can always use this to start with. Alright. And let's see here. These are SATA cables. A little plate, little PCI slot in case you want to use that. Use these 3.0 headers. Put them in the back of the computer. Little Molex to SATA power connector. A piece of cardboard cut in a half round shape. Alright, again, more SATA cables and an audio cable. Okay. Little mini HDMI to DVI adapter. IDE and floppy cable. Really pretty if I were going to use a floppy or an IDE drive, but you know, I guess there are people that do. That's why they do in there. And here we have the little back plate for the case. More SATA cables. Alright, these are, oh, look, there's one that's like an angled one and a regular one. I guess the other pack has the same thing. Let me see. Yes, it does have the same thing. So pretty much they give you 2 angled and 2 regular ones. Another SATA power adapter. And I'm not going to open this up, but this is a SLI bridge. So if you want to put 2 NVIDIA cards, SLI, you have the bridge here already. Okay, so there's that. Now on to the good stuff. Oh, where did I put it? Oops. I'm dropping everything now. Very nice. Okay. Here we are. Dun 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 dun. The actual motherboard itself. as you can see, I'll be quite honest with you, this motherboard, the main reason I got it was just the plain out and out look of it. I was going with a black and red theme on my PC build, and this just fit the bill. Asus has one, but it's like almost $100 more expensive, and this one has the Gen 3 and stuff, and it's kind of, you know, relatively future-proof, and it had everything I needed. I mean, I'm never planning to run quad SLI, so I really didn't need it, even though it's nice to know I could if I wanted to. But if anything, I was just going to run dual SLI, which is just as perfect for. And frankly, I can't stop enough to say I just love the color combination here. But let me say this: even though I picked it for the color and all, it's still a great board. I mean, like I said, it has you can use this with an Ivy Bridge processor and a PCI 3.0 graphics card when they're finally released next year. Okay, we're having a little bit of a malfunction here. Is the box is malfunctioning or just me? But fail. It worked in rehearsal. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right. After a bit of a struggle, we were finally able to get it out of the box. Amazing. That's YouTube. That's live television for you, folks. So here we go. Just love the smell of fresh motherboard in the morning. So as we see here, I mean, again, I just love the overall color scheme. I mean, I have no idea who that guy Fatality is, but you know, hey, whatever. It looks. I love the black and the red. Okay, so here we have we have your processor slot, obviously, and I guess let's start. I'll start up here on the top, and we'll just go clockwise. All right. Here you have your 8-pin motherboard connection. All right. Then as we go on, over here you have a CPU fan, 1 and 2. You have another case fan here. You have your memory slots. Okay. You have your 24-pin motherboard connector, the IDE connector, which, you know, okay, that's great. All right, and then this is for the USB 3.0 header here, and then you have your SATA ports here, which, from, you know, there's a sticker here telling you we highly recommend you use these here because of the way the chipset is made. The built-in chipset is running these ports here, and then these are being run by another chip put in there. And anyway, these would be your 3.0, the SATA 3 connectors, and then these two would also be SATA 3 but on that other chipset, and then the black would be your SATA 2 connectors. Alright, continuing, the little LED debug when you get your little post. Back in the day it was little beeps, beep 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 beep. Now you actually get the little code number right here, which you can look up and find out what's going on. You have the power and reset switches right here, which, sorry, reverse that. Strike that, reverse it. It's power and the reset right here. And then you have here, again you have here now, you have your front header connectors, you have more fans, and this is for the, I believe, yeah, this red plug is for the FireWire, and then you have USB headers for the front panel and whatnot. Floppy connector. This is for like a COM port. Again, if people use that. Over here, if you have audio, and for the if you have an infrared controller or whatever, you can plug that in there. And there's a little connector for HDMI audio coming off your graphics card, and again for CD audio coming off another sound card or graphics card, and another fan connector over here. Alright, again here you have your 3 PCI Express slots, which would become the 3.0 with I'm assuming a BIOS update when cards are finally released that use it. But basically the way it runs is this: it goes 16. If you use 2, it'll be 8 and 8, and if you use 3, it'll be 8 and 4. Okay, which is good. It's good to keep in mind. There's plenty of space between these two, so you should be able to put 2 really thick cards and still have plenty of space for, you know, air to flow around them. And here, looking at the back panel, again, here you go, USB, PS2 keyboard or mouse port, 2 HDMIs, a VGA. Here's the CMOS reset switch, which is nice to have. You just reach around the back of your computer and reset the CMOS. Here you have the 2 LAN connectors. Then you have the USB 3.0s, I believe here. I could be mistaken. Those could be the regular, the blue. I believe these are the blue are the regular 2.0 USBs, and this is the 3.0 USBs here. And this is the FireWire port and an eSATA port. And then you have here your audio, which you have here for fiber optic cable, or you have your regular PC speaker plugs. Okay, and like I said again, I can't tell you how the performance will be until, you know, I actually have it plugged in and running, up and running. But as you can see, the color scheme I think is very nice, very sexy. Yeah, baby, yeah. It has pretty much everything you need to overclock it and run a high-end gaming rig. Yes, there's 1 or 2 motherboards that are probably a little bit better, but also more expensive. And they just don't look nowhere near as nice as this does for the price. So again, there you go, unboxing and a little mini review. Thank you for watching.